Happy spring equinox, everybody. Excuse me. I think that happened early. So your time it would be in the middle of the morning or the middle of the night, like in 3 a.m. or something, and 5 a.m. Eastern time. We entered the spring equinox. So that's an equal day and equal night. So it's perfect. Like, okay, we're in a duality. We're also have divine feminine. We also have divine masculine, even Stephen there, and also as this represents the spring equinox, that whatever it is that we're letting go of, let's let go of it, and whatever it is that we're focusing on, let's focus on it. There's no time to waste. Do you know that George Harrison of the Beatles was quite a devotee of Yogananda, and when on his deathbed, one of the senior monks was there at his in his room, and some of his last words, if not his last words, there was a little grotto at the SRF Self-Realization Fellowship Lake Shrine, little grotto, and in that grotto there's a quote from Yogananda that you just can't miss if you're walking by or go walking around the lake shrine in Pacific Palisades where they had the fires. And but here's what the quote says, and this is what George said. My final words say this: "Tell the world this." And here's the quote that he quoted: "This and that can wait, but my search for God cannot wait." So this spring equinox, which can also spring us forward, really, really, we need to consider really letting go of what we need to let go of and really super focus on what we want to focus on. And what we want to focus on, I think, in the next 3 days, I want to really get it super clear, even to the point where I got a message this morning when I was out walking my doodles. I always get messages, especially when I'm walking my doodles for some reason. They bring light, they bring joy. Anyways, it was to, I know it's a little bit late, but on Saturday or Sunday, I don't care which day, or both days, we're going to have a 2 hour workshop. We're going to have a 2 hour workshop on this and that can wait, but our search for God cannot wait. On something that would be so important for us. In fact, I want us at some point along the line to really, really do this one practice over and over again until we are masters of this one practice. And it's nothing new to new to you. It's like being aware of being aware. It's like being that objective observer of everything that comes in or anything you see. So that your first reaction is to go to your happy place where you're untouched. That first, being aware. I am pure consciousness. My soul is free from everything right now. I cannot suffer. I cannot have a bad moment because I am that. So being aware of that first, and then being aware that you're being aware, that second being aware is whatever it is that's pulling you out, whatever distraction you have, that's what we have to let go of. We cannot accept that anymore. There's some non-negotiables that the divine is asking of all of us. And if it sounds like, wow, is it a bit much first thing in the morning? Yeah, yeah. I don't think we have an option, my dears. We do not have an option. This is a Armageddon that we're in, the battle between the light and the dark, and it's raging. It's raging. So I want to read to you um, something that you are. I love to just see you as you are. That's another one of our practices that we have to really get so good at, that we don't see each other as a human. That the first thing we see, and when we see each other, if you're on the video or not, or you're listening, like Stacy. Good morning, Stacy, Mary, Alex. Who else is on? Ellen. Yeah, Autumn, I think you're on just the audio. And whatever. But when we see each other, if you look at someone and you see them as the best that they are in truth, they become that. So we want to practice that over and over and over again as well. So, but this is why I always remind you of who you are, because that probably be the last one that you really, really get going on it. Might be you can focus on others, you can do little nice things and kindness and all that, but the last one to get your own attention is you. So this is why we bring something like this up. It's called Here's to the Bridge Builders. Marty, here's to the bridge builders. Mary, Stacy, and all of you who are on this line, and all our brothers and sisters in the world who are looking up rather than down and out. They're looking up and in to the light. Here's to the bridge builders, the hand holders, the light bringers, those extraordinary souls. You can close your eyes now. You can drop the thinking now. You can just feel and acknowledge, like if we were in a gospel place, you could say amen after each one of these things. So I'll start over and you can do your little applause to yourself, all right? Here's to the bridge builders. Amen. The hand holders. Amen. The light bringers, those extraordinary souls. And you can say to yourself, oh, you mean like me? Yes, like me. Do you see how much more we can do for ourselves, my dears? And just all the little creative things that we do when we come online that I don't even know we're going to do, but they just come through. Can you imagine if you're in tune with that creative force? How many ways today that you can surprise your own self about how beautiful, how powerful, how eternal you are, and that really there's not one, you don't need to have one care at all in this world. Those extraordinary souls wrapped in ordinary lives, who quietly weave threads of humanity into an inhumane world, quietly weaving threads of humanity in an inhumane world. They are the unsung heroes in a world at war with itself. Unsung. Those are the best kind. You don't need applause. You don't need any attention. You don't need to say, oh, she's the one, he's the one. You don't need that. You're already filled to the gills with the truth of you, and it's magnificent. There's nothing to top it. You are the whisperers of hope that peace is possible. We are whisperers of hope that peace is possible. Be with this for a second. How deep can you go and trust and faith in that? We are whisperers of hope that peace is possible, starting with me, that I can be aware today before I buy in, react, to say something that I wish I hadn't said. Oh God, listen to this piece of news or whatever, share it with whoever, right? Do I really need to go that far, or can I just be aware that I am at peace right now? And I'm fine with that. So you're whisperers of hope that peace is possible. Yes, indeed, because it begins with me. Look for them in the present darkness. Look for them. Look for these bridge builders. Start with yourself. When you have a dark moment, just be aware. Oh, a dark moment. So what? Big deal. And then just celebrate yourself because you're in the awareness of your soul when you don't make a big deal and react. You see? How beautiful is that? Light your candle. So, can you look for these bridge builders today beside yourself as well? Could be a loved one at home, could be your animal. More likely it is. And light your candle with their flame. Light your candle with their flame. That means each of us have a flame. Do you need to light your candle from my flame today, my dears? I am also going to be offering to you that we can have a quick connection. It could be a love donation, whatever it is. We can talk anytime. We can get out of the blues anytime. We can help ourselves, is what I'm trying to say. And we're going to need to help ourselves. Light your candle. You might need your candle lit today many times. Go to your brother and sister. Remember, we're keepers for each other. Build bridges. So once you get your flame going on your candle, my dears, then go. Build bridges. Hold hands. Bring light to a dark and desperate world. Be the hero you are looking for. Peace is possible, and it begins with us. It begins with me. Be aware that you're aware right now. Be aware. Perfect. Now you're in your soul. That you are aware. Oh, my mind was just starting to wander off. Be aware of being aware. And sit here now and acknowledge yourself as consciousness in that first, oh, I just noticed my mind wander. Be aware that you are aware. That is what the world needs. This is our practice, to be that first being aware. I'm in my little nest, my little nest of comfort in myself, in my soul. And if I get restless, if I feel some emotion, if I feel more thoughts trying to come in or something to do later, oh, I'm aware that data, 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 data is happening. But I'm aware. I'm at peace. I'm in joy. I'm in joy. And listen to this little quote. Joy, joy, which is the simple awareness. Joy is the simple awareness of our own being as it essentially is. What is your essence? What is essential about you? Are you immortal? Are you divinity? Are you God in drag? Are you one with God's joy right now? What is the essential you? That essential you is not dependent on the conditions of your body. Feel the joy and then think of your body for a moment. But continue to feel the joy. Do not have an opinion about your body. Feel the joy instead. You're not the body. the mind, or this world. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I'm not this world. Who am I? Maybe say these words quietly to yourself. I am shining quietly in the background of all experience. I am shining quietly in the background of all experience. And as I recognize that I am shining quietly, peacefully in the core of me, the essential of me, in the background, all the noise, the chaos, the mind chatter, the world news, the restlessness in my body, the pain I might be experiencing. I am shining quietly. And when I recognize that I am shining quietly, that essential me, the joy, the peace, light, love, overflows as I recognize that I am just a conscious observer, that essence of joy, peace, love, and light overflows into the foreground of me, in the foreground, in this material world, the state of affairs today. That essence, joy, permeates every particle of my being, overflowing into the foreground of my life. And it pervades and thus pervades all the experiences within that joy, within that love. I experience all of it overflowing in the foreground of the material me. I am aware of that. First things first. I am that. Conscious awareness. Awareness, conscious. I am that. Let's all put on an inner smile, all in the same boat. Of the things that we're going to leave behind in a moment or so more. Each of us together are going to let go of what is not needed as we move forward, as the timelines between soul winning or ego winning separate more and more. It is essential to become a conscious observer. Make a silent pact with your higher self right now. You're going to need the help. The first release is no more judging. Let it go. Be aware that you are aware. No more judging. As you sit with that smile on your face. Done. No more judging. Release. Back into 3D. That is crumbling as we speak. Keep the smile. The second release. No more giving away energy to dramas or fear-based and low vibrational media. Gone. Let it go. Dissolving back into lower vibrations where you can't ever go again. No more fear-based and low vibrational media. Thank you, higher self. Got it. We got it. We got it through thy grace. Third release. No more disagreeing with others. Ah, no, you see them. They're perfect. They're pure beings of light. No more disagreeing with others. Released. Once and for all, released. Let it happen, my dears. Remember, we don't think, we feel, we believe, we trust. No more disagreeing with others. Release number 4. No more needing to convince anyone. I hope that smile's getting bigger. These things in 5D go fast. It goes fast in the truth because your mind's so strong. Your will is so pure and in tune with divine will. No need to convince anyone. Simply observe them from a neutral perspective. I'm aware as I observe them. And they are pure light. The light has already won, my dears. The light has already won. Things are accelerating faster than you could ever know. This will become much more apparent in the coming days and weeks as you hold true to, I am aware that I am aware. Trust in this. Trust in this. Dedicate your life to this. Maintain a high vibration and stay in your heart. Thank you. Yes, indeed. I'm aware to stay in my high vibration and in my heart. Whatever it is that I am aware of next, I don't budge from my higher vibration. I don't budge from my heart. Bless everyone. Right now, bless everyone. Whoever pops in your mind, bless them. Bless them. Regardless of what you think they have done. Bless them. Keep smiling as you bless them. You can't be tricked anymore. You can't be brought down anymore because you are that essential you, super aware. Take the higher timeline always. This and that can wait, but your search for God cannot wait, my dears. As Lord Buddha says, if you think you have tomorrow, it's your greatest delusion. And finally, thank you for being here at this incredible time and for shining your light and sharing your gifts. We are moving ahead into a most magical time. Just throw a little celebration within ourselves as we just are so happy to have released those things. Your old self would say, yeah, but who you are today, we're so happy that we have the grace, the help, and the power to release that which no longer serves us. Immediately, quickly, done. And to shine so much light in its place. I'm going to be a couple minutes in the stillness and quiet before we close. As we get ready to close, just be aware of, I know there's something next to do, isn't there? Oh, smile. Be aware of it. You don't have to do anything anymore. Just feel the joy. And then you'll do that which is the next thing in such a high state of frequency. Just observing and thus truly living. So thank you, Holy Ones. We know how busy you are these days in helping us all out. You don't sleep, and we know that. You don't eat, we know that. That's the bright side of the inner worlds. You don't need anything physically. You have everything in its essential, pure, divine nature. Thank you for sharing with us. We believe you. We trust you. Give us the strength to put first things first, and that this and that can wait. But our search for this higher consciousness within us cannot wait. And so it is, and so be it. So very, very blessed you are if you can, stay a little longer. I know there's things to do today. It's Thursday, and usually there's things to do on Thursday and Friday and most days. But you're really blessed if you can stay, a little longer and not be having to dash off. Really soak up those blessings, everybody, because um, that's kind of like what we're saying. This and that can wait, but our search for God cannot wait. I had so much to share with you, and I knew there's no way in heck for me to get it all in. So we just got a little tiny piece. We'll get the next piece tomorrow, and then I put out there because we don't have time really to get everything so organized and on the schedule and everything's just like, yeah, right, right. Just what's really fun to do is follow the joy that comes into your heart when you have a concept or an idea pops in your mind. And the joy comes first though. You didn't create it in the doing. It's the joy of what come in is that's coming straight in from your higher self. And if we follow that joy, we're absolutely going to be in the right place at the right time. 100%. 100%. Yeah. And so when we start tomorrow, I want to read just, that guy that came back as an astronaut just recently that was up there for 100 and something days. His name's Ron Karen. Oh my God, what he had a divine experience. He had a divine experience. He saw everything as it really, really is. And I can't wait to share that with you. Right. And we also have, a very powerful weekend coming up with the equinox right now. But that's just a like a little prod. It's like just like a little bell rings. It's almost like these horns that go off when they think there's going to be a tornado come through our part of the woods here in Peachtree City, Georgia. That horn goes off, boom. The siren, and Ulysses Day, Ulysses, what was his name back in the Greek days? Ulysses. I can't say it. Ulysses. One of you say it. Get me going. The right word. You know who I'm talking about, right? When the sirens rang and everything, he was going to battle something. Anyway, those horns are going off in our lives. All right. Can I have your thoughts? I really am thinking that we need to pace this thing according to what is going on in the bigger picture around us and in us. That we need to kind of get paced by that. This is not my pace. It's not my ideas. It's just that there's an energy building and building and building, as you know. And I just want to have things available for you so that you always have support. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of just opening for now without any structure around it. That, yeah, let's see if we can, if 2 o'clock, we could say 2 o'clock on Saturday or Sunday, come together. And it can be a love donation, kind of thing, or sliding scale kind of thing. But we could get a lot covered in a couple hours, I think.
I would love that, Tom. Are you talking about this weekend?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it could be Sunday.
Saturday.
If you
Sunday or
guys
something.
need anything or have a time slot, I know everybody's got different, just let me know. I can't live anymore without being right on the front line saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. Nothing else matters to me right now, right? So let me know. We can juggle, we can do, I'll be available for almost anything at any time. If can you imagine everybody catches this fire? That nothing can stop us because well, look at we are on the front lines of light workers on the planet right now. There's other groups, there's other people. They're doing everything they can in their power. Let's just see what we could
Tell you something.
right? She said,
I would absolutely appreciate having something this weekend.
awesome.
Anything that we can get together, 2 hours, three. I'm all in.
My
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
And Tara, you could be
Yes,
available.
I would love that too. I was
Awesome.
maybe going to go away Friday and Saturday, so Sunday would be slightly better.
Okay. Does
I would
Sunday
love
work for you, Deb, as well? Okay, cool. Right. All right.
love that.
Yeah. We might could just tag it on after the meditation and just kind of just, you know, maneuver the soul talk and we can just start right then. If that's a time that works for you. But get back to me anyway because I love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. Really, the soul doctor is in anytime.
Thank you.
We got to use each other, not use each other like people use each other, but take advantage of the energy when someone's got the energy, right? Yeah, we all will. We're just getting started. This is the best time of our lives. Yeah. What's her name, Deb?
Ada.
Ada.
Say
It's
hi.
so nice. You have this.
Hi, Tom.
Hello, Ada. You
Do you
have
sell meditations?
yeah. Do you like to meditate? Do you like
Yeah.
to? There you go.
I tell her she does.
You're
With her,
welcome
with her
here.
papa. Yeah.
You're welcome here anytime, Ada.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look, the birdie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go off now, but thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Unbelievable. Bye.
All right.
Thank
Bye, Ada. Have a
Bye.
wonderful day. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
day. You too, Lynn. You too, Marty. Wonderful day. Let me know what your plans are for the weekend either way. All right. I guess we're
Thank
looking
you.
at
Thank
Sunday.
you for all that joy download.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, could you imagine? I mean, if I, having like an app or something that every time you are aware of being aware, that you have, it's like ringing, you go to a fun zone or something and you hit the thing and the thing goes up and hits the bell, ding, ding.
yeah.
Imagine though, in your consciousness going off every time you are aware of being aware. So
Yeah.
you really are step back. You're
Yeah.
feeling like you're just watching this thing. It doesn't have power over you. You hold all the power because you have your whole higher self just to give you the higher consciousness. And once you have that, you're in. But
Yeah.
can you imagine that every time that you do that, though, you acknowledge it because you get more of what you focus on.
And just staying in that state, just lighting it up.
Right, just yeah, light it up.
Right.
Obviously that's what we want to do, and one day it will happen. We'll be doing our little part and doing our best we can, and then God will say, "Wow, this person's has won a bonus, won a bonus," and we get tapped by the divine, and boom, there we have the sustainability, just like
Yeah.
that, just like that.
And like you were mentioning yesterday that you're the other monk in the ashram that was, the street sweeper or whatever, and just
Yeah,
having joy in all those moments. Because I
yeah,
do a lot of cleaning here at the lodge. So I'm just feeling joy
I
in
love it.
in that service, in being of service and preparing things for guests
I love
and
it. I love it, Tara. Just you're
wonderful.
you're getting to be highly contagious. So you too, Lynn Adams. By the
You
way,
are
I remembered that monk's name. It was Brother Bimalananda. Brother
okay.
Bimalananda. Yeah, yeah. We had all kid because if he went on, if we had an errand to do or we went on a retreat and he was coming along, he didn't drive. One of us would be driving, and we always said a prayer before we took off as the monks, right? And but his prayers once he got going, man, because we kind of kid each other, oh no, Bimalananda's going to give a prayer, because sometimes it would go 10 minutes.
Wow.
He's just lost in joy. He's just lost in the joy of life, right? And the joy of being. And he'd give a prayer like you never heard before.
Wow.
Yeah. So that guy, Bimalananda, Brother Bimalananda. And
Yeah.
you remember somebody like that, right? You remember him. And the people talk about him like I'm talking about him every time they hear his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that joy stayed with you. You know, that was
it's contagious.
a gift.
It's highly contagious. That's it's a high contagion. It's the new what would we say? What was that when they called the COVID? What was that?
Pandemic.
Yeah, this is the new
pandemic.
This is the joy pandemic, man.
Yeah.
The joy
I'll take
pandemic.
it. I'll catch that one.
All right, me too. Lynn, you all good? Thank you for showing those dogs. Yeah, I'll try to get a picture over to you as my dogs. But thank you. She said 3
Maybe you
doodles.
can share them on the page because I'd love to see them. I love doodles.
You love doodles? Yeah, we get them up
Yeah.
on WhatsApp. Huh? Yeah, and you know, Ashley's trying to get us. If you can, just be. Ashley said that if you can become a member on that other platform somehow, some way, I think, and we're slowly kind of shifting over, but it's a much better platform than WhatsApp. So we'll have much more freedom there, much more everything there. So if you remember to do that, Ashley's got some instructions up there, I think.
Okay, I'll look for that.
Yeah, totally. All right.
Thank you. Oh,
have a glorious day, huh?
Wonderful. I shall. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Lynn?
I've needed this. I've been in a time of healing right now and had kind of a hard time when the girls were teenagers and even in their 20s.
I remember.
It was very intense. And especially with my youngest one. Kailea was always pretty, had her head on straight.
I remember you talking about them back in the soul days.
Yeah. There was some tough times. And I lived with my daughter in Austin up until a year ago. And she's doing well now, but there's just that mother-daughter dynamic sometimes.
Yeah.
I think it went back into their genetic memories on their dad's side, but that's a whole nother thing. But just keep giving them love, and it's finally coming back around, and I'm finally getting that joy back.
Right. and we keep working within ourselves, because it's not like she doesn't have the love. When you really know, she's already got the love. She's already all that stuff with her dad or whatever doesn't matter anymore. What matters is that you see her as who she really is.
Yeah. And she is incredibly sweet and kind and loving.
Of course, because that's nature.
Yeah. She's both of the girls are so special. And Kailea's moving back here from Hawaii. She's been in Honolulu for 3 years. She'll be moving into Highland Park in LA, which is 2 hours away.
Nice.
On April 2nd. So
nice. Awesome.
Yes,
good to hear.
Yes.
Good to hear.
Yes.
The love force is with her, and you and me and all of us.
And I'm sending her the audios and the videos, and she's listening. So
Woo-hoo. Love
Love
it. I love it.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Tom. Yes.
Same
Thank
station.
you. Wonderful day.
Love you. All right.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.